This is the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove. Billy is an innovative leader in the industry and loves teaching how to build quality fence. So sit down, grab a cold beverage, and get ready to talk about fence. Today's show is sponsored by Mr. Fence Academy. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
Billy Grove.
Well, what is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this Tuesday night? What's going on, Fence Fam? What's going on Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, everywhere that you can find us at? How's everybody doing tonight?
What is up? We're good. What is up, everyone? Corey Gentry, Billy Grove, the Gatekeepers Podcast, Gentry Farmhouse, and the Mr. Fence Academy coming to you live from our studios right here in Pensacola, Florida. Having fun tonight. We're going to do another live Q&A. So questions, answers, wherever you got fencing related, fencing non-related, as best as possible. Bring us your questions. Bring us your answer. We do have a guest planned for next week, but we had so much fun on the Q&A last week. We're going to do this again. And, man, just kind of spitball it. Do some freestyling questions and kind of go from there and see what we can make turn up. What you got, Billy?
Heck yeah, man. How was your week this past week?
I am learning the ins and outs of being a baseball dad now.
Yeah.
That's a whole new clique and lifestyle with all those people there. However, I think I found a way that we can make it profitable.
Yeah, man, it's a whole new baseball's different than all the rest of them too, because there's way more clicks than there is in soccer and all that stuff that I'm used to.
Like I said, this is our first year with any of the kids really getting into stuff. My oldest did some t-ball many years ago when he was 5 or 6, but he only played a season or so. But now it's my older twins, Latham, he's wanting to play now, and so he's doing the baseball thing. Liam's wanting to do football later in the year, and so learning to juggle all that is definitely it's getting more fun along with everything else. But how about you, man? How was your weekend? I know we had a good dinner. What was it, Thursday, Friday night last week?
We went to dinner Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah. We went to dinner with Sean King. We went to dinner with Chris Steele, Jordan Hunt, Chris Steele's wife, Kaylee, my wife, Amanda, Corey's wife, Mariah. And we went to Flounders. We had a good time.
Oh, it was a great time, man.
It was a great time.
I threw a mint. I tried to hit Chris Steele with it at the table next to us, and I totally stuck to my finger and went and hit his wife right. Boom. I was like, oh shit. I was a little embarrassed because looking like a perfect shot to Chris and D-line right to her. That was fun.
But yeah, man, it was a good time. And then
Silas.
Oh yeah, look, there's my kid. He's watching.
Start talking about kiddos.
What's going on, buddy? Yeah, so everybody, that's my kid right there. Or right there. So after the dinner, we just went ahead and we already had a room on the beach for the weekend and a staycation plan. So we just went ahead and got a room Thursday night as well. And what's up? Oh, and so after that, we started our vacation, and then man, we had fun, dude. We went and played goofy golf. We watched a bunch. We watched a bunch of local bands. Watched one called Horseshoe Kitty. I've always heard of them. I'm like, man, that's the weirdest name ever. But they were really good. They were really good, dude. I was thoroughly impressed.
With it being spring break, I've seen a lot on TikTok and Facebook and whatnot of all the spring breakers flooding Panama City Beach, and they've all got their squatted trucks and all that shit. Did you see any of that while you're at the beach?
Thankfully, most everybody who comes to Florida for spring break goes to Panama City Beach. So it was a lot. There was we stayed, and our next door neighbor, we stayed in a little old school, redone motel.
Mm-hmm.
And our next door neighbors were actually locals as well.
Oh, right on.
So we didn't really meet a bunch of people who were not from there. But we had a good time. We saw a couple live bands and just went and kind of really just walked around, man. We planned on going to the beach, but it was so damn windy, bro.
Yeah.
You could have surfed in the bay. It was so damn windy.
The going across the I-10 bridge, going back over to Milton, like typically whenever you don't see white caps in the bay on
Yeah.
that side, and there was 2-3 foot white caps in the bay.
Yeah,
That
dude. I
cooking.
was
Good time to get your lifetime warranty fence post.
Yeah, right. Perfect time for that. Perfect time for that. But yeah, man, I brought my fishing poles and I didn't even touch them because it was windy as hell the whole weekend. But other than that, man, it was a good time, bro. It was needed.
It looked fun, man. It looked like a lot of fun.
Heck yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro. Next time that they play during the day on a weekend, we got to get you out there on the beach. And dude, just all the songs they play are just like right in our age range.
Are you telling us we're middle aged and getting old?
Yeah, basically like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. So I mean, like we had a good time.
They get some of the better years of music.
Yeah,
gotcha.
absolutely. Well,
let's start this Q&A off, man. I don't have any questions popped up just yet, but I think we're going to start this off talking about a little bit of fence staining, pre-staining, washing, prep work, all that stuff. We don't have to do a whole episode about staining. I really don't want to, but we can definitely hit on it for the first little bit. Let's see, man. What do you prefer staining? Do you pre-stain or do you like to stain afterwards? What's your favorite?
I think I like to pre-stain, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It takes all of the liability out of it, and
yeah,
it takes a whole lot less stain as well.
It does. You do save quite a bit.
And not just that, like every part of all the boards are stained instead of just the faces or
bottoms,
tops, or where like the 2x4s are for the pickets, and then for the posts where the 2x4s are as well. I like it. I also, one of my cons about it is the warping issue of pre-staining.
Yeah. So do you think that's proper moisture content levels? Because the proper moisture content level of wood is 12.9%.
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just the pine boards.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you, because say for instance, I rebanded all those 2x4s that had been sitting in the shop for what, a week and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
Almost none of them were warped. I guarantee you, if we had stained them and they had been set out like to dry, they would be bowing up and warping because they've been dried out. Now they have a bunch of moisture back in them, and they're going to be dried back out. So there's pros and cons in my book for it. Obviously you have a whole lot more liability when you go out there and you're stain after the fact.
Tell me about it. We've all been there and made mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm with you. I like the pre-staining a lot better, just because you do get that 360 surface. When you pre-stain, you can also add additives into it, like citronella additive and stuff like that, to where you can get more of an insect defense. For instance, wood bearing style insects, carpenter bees, carpenter ants, termites, things of that nature. Whenever you add that citronella additive into the stain, it helps keep those insects away from it. It also helps fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, stuff like that.
Yeah, smells really good too.
And you're not gonna have mosquitoes on you during that build. I promise you that.
Not at all, man. It's some cool stuff, but yeah, no, I like I really do like the pre-staining. I think if we got our personal processes and procedures better on that one, like almost like instant banding after they got done dripping.
It's the proper bander, the gate. Because that's one we got now. You can't go too tight because it'll pop the bands. And the biggest thing is having the staging area to dry the wood out with. That's the big thing is, you have to let that wood sit for a couple of weeks before you can stain it, let it dry out. And it's not like it's out in the sun, it's out in the warehouse. So you don't want to put it outside where it's going to get dirty and stuff like that. So it's really a catch-22 is that, in all reality, we need to have, 500 to 1,000 feet worth of wood drying out at all times once you get serious in that pre-staining game, just to where you're not making somebody wait 6 weeks and you're taking up warehouse space. If you always have 500 to 1,000 feet worth of 2x4s and pickets set out, then, and that are always being staged and dried and going through a different process. That's definitely one of the ways to go about doing it, is having it where it's staged, where you have X amount of hundreds of feet that are always, on standby, you pull out this 200, you add another 200 to it, to the back end of it, put it in a cycle and rotation. For accurate pre-standing, get that moisture content low, especially down here in the south where it seems like it takes forever, man. That's something we need to talk about as once we get back in the pre-standing again is staging.
Yeah, and I also want to get a hold of Josh Rand and figure out how his heater trick worked. See if it warped the boards all.
Heater trick?
He had like a propane like jet heater.
I've thought about something like that where you could,
but it was kind of like in a centralized location, and like all of the boards were like 5-6 feet away. So it was in like a centralized location, so it wasn't just blowing on one stack.
Okay.
So I kind of want to see about that, and then also I do think, and guys, if you guys have for pre-sanding and you do this as well, please chime in.
Absolutely.
I think like picking 3 colors and just keeping 3 or 4 colors as the pre-stain option only. I think that would be great because then we could dial in the process and we could fine tune it immensely versus just throwing whatever at it. And then like you said, we can have 1,000 foot of chestnut or pecan or
Well, I'm not
natural.
saying 1,000 foot of any one color because I take start thinking
That
about
would take an enormous amount of
is
space.
to have wood non-stained that's always drying out in rotation because not every job's a stain job.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's obviously an upcharge that you put on there. But what I'm saying is that when we get back in that process, we get our pre-stained booth rebuilt again. We can, because not every fence job is 1,000 feet. What's our average? 250,
250.
300 our average.
Mhm.
So, you keep, 1,000 feet upstairs or something like that, laid out and dried out where it can be, it's out of the way. It's not in the way of day-to-day operations, but it can still be doing his thing, hitting content. Hell, put it up in the attic to where it's not up there. It's hot as shit up there.
Yeah.
That could definitely be something to take a talk
Yeah. Yeah. Because we had already talked about cutting the plywood, so we could just
access
like
panel.
forklift it up there.
Pallet jack and forklift.
And I know like you audio listeners have no idea what we're talking about, but in our warehouse on one side where all the offices are, there's a little second story like attic. So, and right now it has plywood and a like bench on it. So we're talking about cutting down the plywood so that way we can
have about another 900 square foot with storage
access with it, like with the forklift, and we can just put it right up there.
It's options, ideas.
Absolutely.
So anyways, that's getting the pre-staining. Staining not bad. You have to really make sure, staining after the fact, basically meaning you install the fence now, wait, 4, 6, 8, 10 weeks, depending on when moisture content, times of the year. There's so many different things that go into a factor in it. The time of the year, the humidity, I think like barometric pressure goes into it, temperature. I mean, everything goes in. So that's why you can buy moisture meters on Amazon for like $20 a piece. I think I got the last ones were $16, $17. I bought,
and those were nice, bro. They came with like
nice.
A little Tiffany blue, like velvet carrying like case and everything, man. I was like, what is this thing?
And so a good thing with that is, so say we have somebody who doesn't want to wait for pre-staining, doesn't want to wait for the fence to dry out before it gets built. Outstanding. Well, we'll come out there and we'll spray it. We'll go and get you installed and we'll spray it now. And then, we'll leave you with a moisture meter. And so like I said, they're $17. And whenever you get done with the build, you leave it with them. You show the customer how it works. All right, cool. You take this device, you push it into the wood just a little bit. It'll give you a moisture reading. Check it once a week in the most shadowiest part of the yard. And once it gets close to 13%, once it starts getting close to 12.9 or so in the high teens, let us know. We'll start putting on the schedule. And then at that point, it's really just a matter. That's where it kind of gets to be a pain, is because in Florida, our weather is so variable around here. I mean, it can be bright and sunshiny one minute, then tropical storm the next, Yeah.
And especially during the colder seasons here in Florida, typically in the late spring, summer months, man, that fence is ready to go probably a week afterwards.
Yeah.
Even if it rains, the next day when it's 110 degrees outside, that thing is dry in like 2 hours.
All right. Which the part where you get a lot of the warping and cupping is that how fast the expansion and contraction of that wood is.
Yeah. So
that's such a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely is, man. Absolutely. But
You did much better on this camera.
yeah,
Side note.
right. So if you guys see, I did play with the camera earlier today. I also installed 2 more boxes of soundproofing, so that way we didn't have to get so close up on us. And I'm digging it. I'm digging it, guys.
Definitely like the way it's wrapped around it, for sure.
Really, really digging it now. But man, we're getting kind of slow on
Normally we
my
got a whole bunch of
comments.
comments stuff by
Yeah.
now.
I guess everybody had a long weekend as well.
I tell you what, this is the most Fridayest Tuesday ever.
It was super fucking gloomy outside today too, man. And like it was supposed to rain today, but like,
Dude, it rained in Milton all day.
did it really?
Dude, it rained over at our house. It did not stop until about 2:30. Off and on all day. And it was a wind and cold and rain. It was
It was just gloomy and like it was like misty and sprinkly, and then it would rain for like 10 minutes and then it would just be sprinkling.
Yeah, no, it rained pretty solid all day long. We had to keep the doggy door shut and all that, just get the wind from blowing in.
Yeah.
But I know that's God, this rain's pissing me off. It's messing with our scheduling so damn bad.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
man.
And like it's that time of year. It's about to be freaking monsoon season next month. Monsoon and fucking we're gonna get some sort of tornado 1 week in April, like we always do.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's funny that customer we were talking to that we were working on this week had mentioned that her yard consists up on a hill in Pensacola. And when I say legit, a hill, I mean I'm legit. Like whenever you're in her backyard on her deck, you can actually see the south side of Pensacola. You can see some of the taller buildings off in the distance. And she said her fence, she's been there for 15 years, and this is the 3rd time she's replaced our fence with ours. I was like, bet I got you. We're gonna do metal posts with lifetime warranties and da 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 da. And then she throws me a curveball. She's like, oh, well, we want double pickets. I'm like, so you want shadow boxers on both sides? She goes, yeah, but I also don't want any gaps. I'm like, so you legit want you and her both want the solid side? She goes, yes. I was like, oh, great. I was like, well, it's not a problem. We can definitely do that, but normal posts and stuff like that aren't quite rated for that. So what we ended up doing was 6-foot centers on every post.
No, 4-foot centers.
Or 4-foot centers on every post, and a post every 4 foot. And if you look at the old Postmaster spacing and depth ratio, I want to say that her fence line now, like 120, 125 mile an hour winds is where her fence is now rated at. 4.5 feet deep on 4-foot centers. That one line, she said, that is the one line she's replaced. This will be the 3rd time it's been fixed. I'm like, well, let's throw a couple extra $100 at it and let's make sure it's the last time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks good, man. Our sub crew, Brad, they knocked it out. A couple of errors here and there, but overall it looks decent.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks decent as hell, man.
Let's see. What else we got on the docket, my friend?
Let's see. I know Sean just got done doing a training in Denver today. Did you see that?
Did you see the blowout he had on the interstate? Both tires?
No.
He made a whole TikTok about it.
No, I didn't see it.
He made a long ass TikTok about it. Yeah, they had a double blowout on the enclosed trailer.
Oh man. Man.
They're on the side of the road doing I'm telling you, it like mutilated the rim. There was nothing left of that rim. Nothing. Non-salvageable. Either one of them.
Oh wow.
But I did see the training event. They had a bull, a Titan, and a Hammer in line, and they're all driving. Because I was scrolling through here, like, fuck, it sounded like machine gun fire.
Yeah.
I'm looking, it's him, Sean King post, and they got like 3 or 4 drivers lined up. I guess they're racing to see which one was fastest.
Yeah, dude, that looked like some freaking solid ground.
It looked like the bull was working.
Did you hear what they were building?
Mm-mm.
They were building a freaking chicken coop.
Shut up.
A Kings Plus chicken coop.
Dude, I don't want to do. We've built a Kings Plus retaining wall.
Yeah.
That few issues, but overall didn't turn out bad.
Yeah.
First time building it. We ran into some dumb shit, but it was what it was. We did that. We did a whole bunch of field and farm fencing, Kings Plus with the box. We've done a couple of those. Like, shit, why not build a chicken coop? I mean, it's probably gonna be a little overpriced chicken coop, but I bet you it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, right. And bro, we had a good idea the other day, man.
We're gonna hold that on wraps for a little bit longer. Yes.
Oh, dude, I think that's a good one, bro.
I was thinking about it earlier. I was at practice today. We had practice 4:30 to 5, whatever. I was at ball practice before we came here. And I was looking at it, and I was hitting up the coaches like, "Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think those would go for?" He goes, "Oh yeah, there's a market for it." I'm like, "Really?" So, not saying. I'm just saying, if you see a problem and you can offer a solution, you should get paid for your solution.
Absolutely.
And that is how you make. That's how you make money. You find a demand and you create the supply.
Absolutely.
And I see a demand. I don't think many people are seeing right now. I think it's gonna be awesome. We just gotta put it together.
Right.
I was actually gonna work on it last night, and I realized I left my iPad here.
Yeah, you did. I got here today, and I was like, "Oh man, Corey's iPad's here."
Yeah, I normally don't go without arm reach that fucking thing.
But hey guys, do us a favor real quick. Go to gatekeeperpodcast.com, hit the like, subscribe button. There's also every single way to follow and listen to us on that link right there. And you can just follow it, and it'll give you our merch store. It'll give you every way to listen, to view to us. It'll be very helpful. Also, if you would like to be a part of the FWA, free membership still. There's
You know
that.
what's messed up?
What's that?
I think Brian's gonna kick my ass on this one, but I don't think I'm an FWA member. I thought I was, but I think I just stole one of your stickers one time.
Yeah, you absolutely did. And oh, you're getting called on both phones.
That's just because it's Facebook. That's the twins' mom. She wants to talk to him.
Okay.
Can you excuse me for a second?
Yeah, absolutely. Do your
I'll
thing.
be right back.
Do your thing. So while he's going to go deliver the twins their mama on the phone, man, he brought in a projector and a PlayStation and set it up in the playroom office, man. And I gotta say, that thing is pretty cool, dude. I walked in and I was like, "Liam Latham, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, whoa, y'all are playing Monster Trucks too? That looks cool as shit, man." Had the whole wall like the size of this back wall. And so that's one of our plans, is to have a kids playroom in the showroom whenever we get all done, which I have one wall of trim left to do and all the doors and painting's done. And then we already have an idea for all of the displays and everything like that. Corey had a bomb ass idea for that, but that will all be coming soon. Look forward to that. Any of the manufacturers who might be watching, if you guys want to give us a call, I'm super interested in maybe supplying your product as well, because we will be opening a full-blown retail store as part of our plans, and I'm super excited about that part of it. Just been stocking away extra hinges and stuff like that. Every time we buy a box, we just buy two. So but anybody who has any comments or questions, feel free, jump on in, tell us where you're from. Shoot. Excuse me, I had to burp. But yeah, we are doing a live Q&A. So guys, we had super success with it last week. We're a little bit slow with it this week, so feel free, go ahead, don't be shy, jump on in, tell us where you're from. Ask away. It doesn't like necessarily have to be fence related. It could be, personal ish related. We're not going to delve too deep into personal lives, but yeah. Right. We also do have, let's see, the Southwest automated ticker right here. Oh. Silas says, "I'm from Florida." Are you from Florida, Silas? Which part of like Florida are you from, buddy?
Oh, Fence fam, come on! We have a bunch of viewers. Where's the questions at today?
Yeah, man, just ask away, guys. It doesn't have to be fence related.
Well, on a side note, we had a productive day the other day. We
there we go.
We built a new office table today. That turned out pretty badass.
Yeah,
Billy got a lot of painting done. We got that
absolutely
new, office table done. That was pretty cool. Burn and do some stain on it. That looked nice. What's that? What's the most common fence? What was that one?
All right, so we got a first one. I'll hit that. It says, Jeff Sorensen says, what made y'all want or decide to do a podcast? That would be me.
This man right here.
So
That's funny,
basically, it got to a point to where I was sitting outside. Shit, like I'll tell the backstory. We have a front yard spaced 4-foot scalloped fence, and me and my wife really like to sit outside and to shoot the shit and do whatever during the spring and the summer months. And it got to the point to where it was on Saturdays. I was answering Facebook messages from people that I have no idea who they were. And it was like
10 or 12 on there.
10 or 12, 13 a weekend. And it got to the point to where like my wife was like, okay, are you really still talking about fence? Like it's like 9:30 at night. And I'm like, yeah.
Yes, babe.
So I realized like, hey man, there might be a need for this. Like not to like toot my own horn or anything, but like there might be a need for, not just super business related fine or like back end business related things. Like let's talk about everything. That's what kind of happened. And then I started going live in the fence groups like at least twice a week to kind of get my feet wet to see what would happen, how the feedback would be. It was kind of normal, got some good, got some bad, didn't hurt my feelings, did not hurt my feelings, like whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then
22 episodes later,
here we are 22 episodes later, and that's just how it started. Good question.
I got to jump in on episode 12 or so, 12 or 13.
It was like 13 or something like that.
Something like that. I was given the opportunity to step up, and then I came on board, about then, and we've been rocking it out ever since.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It is. It's a lot of fun. It's getting to have the fence without the fence. So that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are coming up on the end of season 1, and I'm going to do the seasons. We're going to have 2 seasons a year. So it's going to be like 26 weeks a season. So for season 2, I did already go over a reformat of how we're going to do things. And
new intro.
I've already, what's that?
New intro.
A new intro?
Yeah.
All right. Well, $100. It's not that bad, right?
No.
Yeah, no. But but I've already revamped on, kind of like the scheduling thing on what we're gonna do for episodes, and we're gonna mix it up for you guys, keep it fresh every week.
I do like that, yeah.
And I've already done that. So Corey says he wants a new intro, so we'll get a new intro. Yeah. No. Well, I mean, like, to be fair, that intro was made before you were fully a part of it, and it did cost $100. So I was kind of like, we'll use it until it's time for a new one. But no, my shout out to Mr. Producer, because I'm sure all I have to do is just email you what I want changed, and please tell me it won't be $100.
If it is, we'll handle it.
Yeah, but
we're in a rush. We're just not yet.
Yeah, no. So we have some cool things planned for season 2. So of course, you guys stick around, go to gatekeeperpodcast.com, like, click, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll get on to question number 2 right here, because after we asked, we got a bunch of questions. Thank you, guys. All right, Corey, take this one.
What's your most common fence you're selling?
Mr. Corey Bigelow.
Ooh, no shit. We sell a lot of your standard 6-foot wooden privacy fence. We still get a lot of that, but we pretty much only sell on Postmasters nowadays. We don't even we steer away from concrete. And honestly, I'm like, if you're going to make us do concrete, we're going to charge you more. Just because it's inefficient to mess with concrete nowadays. So a lot of what we're selling is 6-foot wood privacy fence on Postmasters. We're mixing it up now and doing black Postmaster post. Those are pretty cool. We got a couple of those floating around. We've done 2 jobs of those this last couple of weeks.
And they look sharp.
They look very, very
sharp. They look real sharp.
We've been hanging and banging, brother.
We've been hanging and banging, brother.
There we go. I almost forget that's there.
Brother.
But I tell you what, man, our name and our vinyl work has been our reputation in vinyl has definitely been catching up with us. And I want to say, so I think I've gotten like 10 leads of vinyl in the past 3 weeks. So
Dude, vinyl is picking up, and that's one of the things that like Chris and I talked about at the dinner Thursday night. Is
he getting a lot of vinyl requests as well?
Not just that, but since both of us have started routing our own posts.
Oh, is he doing his own too now?
He's doing his own too now.
Good for him.
And he has the thing that we want.
No.
He has the thing that we want, and he says that it works perfectly. So,
well, I saw something else too that I wanted to show you as a box.
Is it the one from that you saw? Yes, but I think that's going to cost us $250 to make.
I don't know. He's on the table we made.
I saw it. But no, so I mean, like we were talking Thursday and we were kind of on both the same page. Like, fuck some of these major distributors, and not really fuck them, but
well, it's
not.
No,
it's such a massive price difference if you buy from some of these other like guys in bulk, like a non-routed. It's ridiculous, and it actually makes vinyl easy to sell in our like market.
It definitely makes it a lot easier to sell because your post price dropped tremendously when you start buy full pallets and buy full trucks, and you take the extra step, and now you're starting to router your own post. And we've done one job now where we routed them out by hand without a template. It's like, all right, this works, but we can be better with it. And it's not like, oh, well, fuck this company, fuck that company. It's not what it is at all. I think it's more so it's a matter of growth. Once you get to a position to where you can begin to have the storage capabilities, the capabilities to router, to do all this stuff. Once you have the capabilities to start buying in bulk and doing it that way, it's definitely starts breaking that threshold where you can start making vinyl a lot more competitive price, just because you're getting it for $5-6 cheaper per post. And now you start talking about the driven system where you do throw in another 8-foot Schedule 40. You do have another $10 of vinyl, or sorry, of donuts. It does get a little costly with vinyl, but if you can start finding ways to make your process better and cheaper and more efficient and it's not like, oh, we're going to buy in bulk and it's going to fix all our problems. Like, no, but once you've had the trials, you have the errors, you fix the learning curves, buying in bulk and vinyl definitely does bring the price down. And we've learned that firsthand these last 2 shipments we've done, to where we've bought in bulk for particular jobs, but never just bought, hey, let's drop 10 grand for us.
Yeah.
Let's do it for us. Let's have it on hand. We can route them how we need to route them. And we don't have to do a 6-week turnaround time for ordering or a 4-week turnaround time. We can knock this out in 10 days.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at now, is trying to buy more vinyl where we can offer. And then as soon as it happens, I shit you not, the moment it happened, we start buying, somebody wanted something custom. God damn it. Now we got to order again anyway.
Yep. But I will say it took me 3 posts to get it perfect.
What's that? Oh, the routing? Yeah. It wasn't bad at all as far as it. Once you get the curve down, it's not bad.
I was really talking about the measurements because I was using a Sharpie, and like it was the easiest to use on that white vinyl since it was brand new, and it was like extremely slick and smooth. Like, it was the easiest to use. And like, I figured out my exact measurements to where you cut all the Sharpie out. Took me 3 posts, but I got it good.
Yeah. Miss Susan, what is up, Miss Susan K. Worley? I'm so glad to see your name pop up every week. You are like one of our MVPs. Every week you're on there saying hey. So hey to you, Miss Susan K. Worley.
How are you doing this week? Thank you for adding me to the Demo Days email, because I totally missed that meeting yesterday because I did not get the email. But thank you for that. And we need to have you on the show again. Let's have you in
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. There she is right there.
There she is. I got you, bro.
So
yes. Thank you.
Not a week from today, Tuesday, because I've got somebody in line for that already, or we have somebody in line for that. But 2 weeks from Tuesday, Miss Susan. See if you can work us in your schedule. I know you're a very, very busy person.
She is, very much so. I saw the picture that Brian shared of the Demo Days website, and then her in the background with her holding her like headphones or her ears or whatever. She looked really stressed out. I was like, oh man.
It's probably comes with all this dumb shit.
Yeah, it was like that. I was like, oh man, there must be a lot going on. But yes, no. Adam Sims, he said in the group message, Brian has me losing my mind. Susan K. He says, Susan K. Worley says, Brian has me losing my mind.
For anybody who doesn't know who Miss Susan K. Worley is, Billy, would you like to give?
She is Susan consider on she's part of so yes, she is part owner of Southwest Automated Security Products, which has a really cool website. Guys, if you have not went to their website and seen what they have to offer, I just dropped it right there on the ticker. They offer a lot more than just gate operators. I was extremely blown away when I went to their website and like looked around. They offer a lot of different stuff, man.
You want to know who else offers a lot on their damn website? It's to a point, it's almost overwhelming. Is fucking Modern Fence Technologies. They've got so much badass stuff on there that, but we've just bought another.
What's the website again?
Modern Fence. Modern Fence Technologies.
Here, I'll just pull it up on my phone. You keep going.
Selection of hinges, latches. They got their spring-loaded latches are really nice. They're kind of low profile. You don't have to go quite as big of your gaps on your gate openings. So you have a little bit more room to move around that. They're spring-loaded, so there's no bounce back. Once that gate shuts, it shuts. It cannot bounce back open. Their hinges are totally adjustable. So if for some reason you get one that sags or something doesn't quite set right, you can always go back and play with some adjustment bolts and make it happen with that. So a lot of different cool. We experimented with some adjustable strap hinges. That was the first time we did that the other week. Those turned out really, really nice, especially for some of the bigger gates. And what I like about those hinges is that they're like L-shaped on both sides, so they cover both sides of both the front and the inside of the metal frame, then also the front and the inside of the metal post also. So it doesn't want to have that inside give. I think it's called the Volcom effect, where it wants to pull down. So you don't have none of that. And if you do have any issues where you need to make adjustments, you can just simply adjust some bolts. We actually had an incident a couple of weeks ago where a subcontractor couldn't finish a job and they were out of state and they left and like, hey, everything's done but the gate. We broke a hinge. You have to do that yourself. I'm like, son of a bitch. So it was a Friday. I contacted the customer. I was like, hey, man, I cannot come out there Saturday, but I'll come out there Sunday and I'll fix it up for you, man. I get out there Sunday. The customer's built his own gate. I'm like, son of a bitch. I've never seen that in 5-6 years doing this. I've never had somebody just build my own gate.
Well, he is a structural engineer for the Army.
Air Force, but yes.
Air
he
Force.
was a structural aviations engineer for the Air Force. And he was a very smart, cool dude. If I show up there Sunday, I'll be down if he went and bought hinges and hung his own gate frame. I was like, dude, I have your badass adjustable hinges here. I just couldn't get here on Saturday. And thanks God those hinges. I was able to swap out the ones that he did one at a time, do some work with some 2x4s and whatnot. I was able to flare out what he did and make it work and look presentable and look the right way. So those adjustable hinges is where it's at. You can totally up, down, left, up, down. You can walk the gates over, do what you got to do with them. I like those a lot. So if you need good hinges, we are not getting any kind of kickback or anything.
No, not at all.
This is just straight Modern Fence Technologies from one fence group to another fence group.
Yeah.
Though if you're still using the old school butterfly hinges, the old school latch, the old school strap latches, that they come with those tiny little rinky-dink bolts. Oh, and you can even tell them what kind of screws you want.
We did get metal screws this time, right?
I didn't take the Tyler.
Oh,
but you can get metal screws or wood screws that come with it, either or. So that's very, very neat.
Yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
There we go. Yep. So I have it rolling on the ticker as well. There, Miss Susan K. She says Corey Bigelow on part something. Laugh out loud.
Corey Bigelow on part something.
Yeah.
It's EY. You okay?
Oh yeah, man. Strap and butterfly hinges have a purpose, but
Is that Susan Carroll? Strap and butterfly hinges have a purpose, but I'm with y'all on the adjustable hinges for sure. Absolutely. Especially when you're dealing with the residential market, because you're always trying to find ways to set your stuff apart from other installers. And so if you can tell them, hey, absolutely, our gates are going to cost a little bit more, but here's what you're getting. You're going to get this hinge right here that will be totally adjustable with you in time. So no matter what kind of movements your fence have, expansion, contraction, it gets sun dried out, whatever, even though it is, a metal gate frame, metal post, everything, metal hinges, even though it's all metal, things do sometimes move and things adjust, things settle. It's your house settles. That's why they creak and pop and temperature changes. It all
Right.
And the fact that you can offer them and say, hey, here's this adjustable hinge, and now you can, if we have any issues, call us. We'll come back out. We'll adjust it, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah,
it makes giving that extended warranty so much easier.
Now I will say, if you're doing the old school route and you're building wooden gate frames, the ones that we're talking about are a little harder to use.
A little bit. They can still absolutely use an application because of the way they are, but you're going to find, because they'll still wrap around a 4x4, no problem, but wrapping on the inside of a 2x4 might pose a little bit difficult. But they have so many different styles of hinges on that website. Like I said, we're not a plug for them. We're not getting no kickbacks. It's just honestly a good.
We love using them. We love using them here. But all right, we got Sean King says, "What's going on, boys? What's going on, Mr. Sean? I hope your training was wonderful in Denver. And have you figured out a way to not freeze your water lines in Bentley tonight?" And again, thank you, Mr. Sean King, for sponsoring the show tonight.
Our new soundproofing. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
yes,
thank you, sir. Now we've moved the camera back. We got a better angle. Looks a whole lot better. Thank you, sir. We very much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And if you guys are looking to change your fence game, guys, I'm really serious about this. It's not even just because he sponsored us. The Mr. Fence Academy is the way to go if you are serious about changing your outlook on fence installation, fence business running. Give Mr. Fence Academy a try. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sounds really cool, especially you don't know the whole company is employee owned.
Is it really?
Which company?
Southwest.
Yeah.
Like Southwest Automated Security is all.
She talked about that whenever she was on her podcast.
Bro, dude, there's been so many. Like I told you, like I went to Bobcat the other day and I saw the Texarkana fence and I was like, no way, Keith Pate has been here.
Yeah,
but then I was like thinking about it and I was like, he absolutely told us that he came to Pensacola to build the Bobcat fence. And I was like, yeah, man. So, dude, it gets to a point where, all of them like blend together and all that stuff. So. But,
well, I remember that especially because that was one of my very first interviews was with Miss Susan, and so I remember I took a shit ton of notes that day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you? That's awesome.
Corey Bigelow, thank you. We're rolling with it. Corey Bigelow, that's it.
There we go, baby. There we go.
Like Corey Bigelow, American.
We're just playing, bro. We're just playing. But hey, guys, while we're just still sitting here waiting on some questions, I will go ahead and we're still looking for fence signs, y'all. Come on, man. We got 4, and one of them is my own, and the other one I've had for a long time.
Yeah, one of ours.
Or we've had for a long time, guys. We've had there's 3, and then here is the OG. Why I'm sitting in this chair right here today, fence sign.
That's the old one. See, your first fence signs were just like my fence signs. We used the license plates because they were fucking cheap.
No. I bought these for my truck.
Oh,
this is not actually a fence sign.
I found
all of mine were those little ones.
That's right, get the small ones.
Yeah.
So I found a company that would make license plate signs for like $5 a pop. And so I went through and I order 25, 30 of them at a time. And so we used license plates for fence signs for the first couple of years.
Well, I mean, these are complete color printed. Like there's no vinyl on that. That's all color printed. I loved it. This is why I'm sitting in this chair today right here. This is my first company. And so there we go.
We got Performance Fencing LLC.
That's Antonio Curtis. Thank you, sir.
We've got Next Level Fencing.
Devin Van Buren, Kevin Steve.
Devin Van Buren. And of course, we've got Mr. Sean King and the Mr. Fence. We have one of the Mr. Fence signs. I actually got that out of my office from forever ago. I stole that. I took it when we were was gifted it last time we were in Indiana. I gave one.
Absolutely.
But,
But
in all reality, not just trying to be, talk about Mr. Fence Academy and just saying, oh, what's cool because it's cool. It really, if you've never been to a training event, I've participated in 2 of them. And I've been to 3 or 4 of them. I went and stopped by one and hung out and talked for an hour or so, then I had to leave. But if you've never been to a training event, it's not just one thing that you're going to learn. You're going to learn. It's not even the actual lessons that you take away. There's the little aha moments, or like what Sean calls it, little golden nuggets. There's the little things that you take and that you can use in everyday life that you never would have thought of. That's going to say that, like, damn, if I change this one thing, I can eliminate an extra 200 steps out of my fence building time. Well, how much time does 200 steps take out? Oh, that takes, you know what I mean? You find so many different little nooks and tricks and stuff like that that can absolutely be profitable, and if you just apply them and work them.
you know what's cool?
What's that?
I was at the training where he came up with the well, I mean, not came up, but he coined the phrase pennies make babies and babies make dollars.
That's right.
And then he made it into a like shirt. That was at the Tennessee Stain and Seal training. That was hilarious. I remember him like saying over his little lapel mic that he had like speakers on, I'm gonna make that into a shirt, and lo and behold, it became a shirt, and then it became a whole saying. It was fun, man. It was fun. All right, so Corey Bigelow says, if Keith Pace won't send you one, it's a short trip up to the Bobcat dealer.
My ass is so stupid. I didn't realize his last name was Bigelow until just then. I thought she was talking shit. I thought she was making fun of my name. That's why I said that a minute ago. I did. I can't read for shit. I ain't got my glasses on. I couldn't see the name.
I even moved everything to give
I
you
don't got my
clear,
on. I can see
like
it now.
clear use of the computer.
I didn't.
Like
I thought she
today.
was talking shit about using my name as Corey.
So guys, we had a rain day today,
That's funny.
and
My bad, Corey.
I was on the way to the shop. Corey says, I'm not in a rush to get to the shop. And I said, well, me neither, but I was already on the way, and I was like, turn around, go back home.
Dude.
And I went back home because it was pouring at this time. I mean, slap pouring rain, even with my windshield like wipers on high, I could barely see.
It was horrible.
So I turned around. I got right back in bed with my fresh work clothes on and all, and I'm sure my wife was not very happy about it, but I was like, I'm gonna lay right here like until she has to get up for work, and then I'm gonna get up, and that's what I did. And then like Corey texted me later, and he was like, "Dude, honestly, I think I'm just gonna take the day
off,
take the day, and just spend the day with the kids because it is spring break."
Mm-hmm.
And I was feeling the same thing because I didn't get to see Silas because we took our vacation this weekend, and then like I said, like his oldest cousin is coming into town, and he wanted to spend time with them, and I only had like a 5-hour window, and I was like, all right. So we did that, and I came up here and I put the rest of the soundproofing on. I moved around some of the settings for the Rodecaster and the computer. That way the computer was an easy grasp of both of us. You guys can't see the computer, and but it's there. It's right here. But no, guys, I did do a lot of work in like here today. It was hot as shit in here today for some reason. It was cold as hell outside, but I guess we have really good insulated walls in this place because the AC didn't kick on once.
We yeah, man, like I said, I got up this morning with the kids, and I was like, and it was pouring rain. I'm like, I'm not about to get in a rush to get all these kids loaded up, drop 2 off at the sitter, then go to the office and and deal with that.
Pay the sitter.
And then go back to Milton, drop Cole off because Cole was having an overnight stay, but he didn't want to go over there till the afternoon. So I was gonna put me 2 trips to North Milton, and with the rain and with ball practice at 4:30. I'm like, I'm not wasting the fucking gas today. I'm gonna stay home. I hung out with the kids, watched some movies. Baby went to bed around 11. I answered emails, sent some stuff off, made sure we had, we had got our job situated for the next couple of weeks, and then I was like, I can go back and watch some more TV. We had a lazy day today until we had to go to ball practice.
Heck yeah, man. It was nice.
Needed.
Very much needed. But Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cut this thing short, man, because it seems like we have some not as many
A little
people.
bit of a slow night,
A little
son,
bit
but
of
you
a
know
slow
what?
night tonight, but you know what, guys? That's okay because that
I'm happy with
happens,
slow night.
and I'm with it for the most part. But guys, hey, catch us back here. We have a wonderful guest that we're gonna have on next week. Part of the Color Max Color Bond thing in America. We're very much looking forward to that.
It's
And
tentative. It's tentative. It's
yeah.
not locked in, but it's tentative right now.
It's not locked in
Yep.
yet, but we're looking forward to that. So yeah, guys, stick around, check us out. Always, as always, go to gatekeeperpodcast.com. Give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. And other than that, guys, we will see y'all
Next Tuesday.
and there we go, 7:15 p.m. baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Keep it right, keep it tight, keep it straight. Fencing.
Let's go, baby.